Okay, I guess it's finally time for me to throw my opinions out now. Go ahead and goat me in the comments all you want, I don't really care. By the way, I won't rank it 2 times since the rework still isn't out yet. Anyways, let me stop wasting your time and let's start. Lukewarm take, but honestly, they are pretty strong. But you actually need to be competent to get value out of them. Bloxy Cola literally makes you so hard to catch unless you manage your distance and stamina incorrectly, which, you know, would be entirely your fault. Slate Skin is pretty useful to take big damage or just get you out of the dead zone, and proper Ghost Burgers would literally just make you the bane of any John Doe or 1x4 players. Overall, Noob is just so great at draining time it's not even funny. God forbid you leave a noob for last man standing. Genuine torture. I really don't think Elliot is as strong as he used to be. Rush Hour isn't even that bad to deal with when you actually just manage your stamina correctly. The problem with Elliot before, I would say, was with the stacking. But ever since the nerf, where you can't get Rush Hour anymore from other Elliots, it effectively just killed most of the stacking. Only some competent teams still have 2 to 3 Elliots, which, you know, it's fine. You're splitting the healing and all, but it's just not as good as it used to be. Still, never underestimate an Elliot. Some of them will literally loop you all game because they just will constantly get their Rush Hour back because your teammates keep on taking hits for them. Overall, Elliot isn't that good anymore, I'd say. Honestly, Guest is decent. Good Guest players will run you out of your time, but they will usually not live for very long. It's way too easy just to bait out every single one of their blocks, and even if they get a block off, their punches literally do nothing. Sure, they'll hold on to it, and maybe they'll wait till you're doing a move to cancel that, and that's pretty much it. The charge, I think it's probably one of his best things. No, scratch that. It's still the block, because you just nullify an entire hit. But the charge is good because it's literally just a dead hard. You can just get out of a bad situation, but you will have slowness unless you hit a minion or something, or just hit the killer too. Overall, Guest is fine. I just think he's kind of weak, but he's still fun to play as. I'm very clearly in the minority here, but I really think Taff isn't good. Sure, he can be annoying to deal with, even with a really good team comp with Bilderman, Elliot, and other Sentinels, but that's it. He's just annoying. All of his abilities are literally just countered by M1ing, and you don't really need to play around them at all. The really good thing going for Taff really is their subspace trip lines and how well you can hide them. But does anybody really do that? No. Fairly decent survivalist, but nowhere near the level of noob. 007 and 7 can get pretty annoying, but that's only really during last man standing. Speaking of which, if there's a 007 and 7 in your lobby, you will not see them until last man standing. They will literally hug any corner, just like your average 2-time player. Even with all of this said, though, 007 and 7 is still no laughing matter. If you're a cool kid, good luck guessing which corner they'll be in, and the moment they hear your terror radius, they're gonna be across the map because of cool GUI. I would have put him in S tier, but since the chicken doesn't heal like before, and his stun was nerfed, I'm putting him in A+. I really only see Shadletsky this high up because you can't really ever let him out of chase or he'll have all the health back. I really think his stun is very weak, and it's pretty bad, I won't lie. But a stun is a stun. Even with this though, every Shed player will hover over you every chase to attempt to stun you. Hands down the best survivor in the entire game. It's not even funny. Every time I get shot by that stupid sentry, I feel it in my soul and I have to lag behind to destroy it, while the survivor just gets free distance. Don't get me started on Bilderman players who pre-run every chase. They will spot you before you get to where they were and end up across the map with a brand new nest already set up. One Bilderman on their own is still pretty bad, but it gets even worse once people start stacking this dickhead. And I don't even want to talk about his fucking dispenser, because once they even take the slightest bit of damage, they'll run off to wherever they have that stupid thing hidden. I hate Builderman. I honestly could say that Dusker is better than Elliot, but I won't, because he has nothing like a Rush Hour for himself. And his passive is literally just dog shit. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have anything for the team. Giving killers constant slowness like every 5 seconds, and letting survivors just regen stamina while you're actively hitting them is so brain numbing. Don't even get me started on a Dusker abusing height. That shit's not fun to deal with at all. I'm not even being biased here because they're my main. Chance is just good, and I don't understand how people don't see this. Chance is the only character with a long range stun, so you can just effectively cancel so many abilities from afar, and the killer just can't do anything about it. Back onto the stun too. Being able to stun up for 5 seconds is absurd. Honestly, I'm surprised they nerfed Shed stun over Chances, but hey, I'm not complaining. And I guess there's the fact that the stun isn't even guaranteed because of the percentage, but getting it is really high, so it's not really a big deal. I'm not a fan of his janky hitboxes and fast movement speed, but it's whatever. I think Jason is fine, and not as garbage as the community makes him out to be, but I do think he is pretty boring to play sometimes, since he's purely stamina management. Usually, since lobbies are filled with toddlers, you could just get away with anything really, and just start off by deleting somebody with Gashing Wound right off the bat. Ridging Pace is pretty useful too if you want to like parry a stun or just walk somebody down with low stamina. Another character who was alright, but made so much better with their buffs. The amazing Digital Footprint is probably his most underutilized ability in his kit. Even though it's scummy, you can just deny generators straight up, and you can make sure survivors don't go through high traffic areas, and just like deny choke spots too. Spikes are really good too for denying common loops and long range damage. Overall, Jonda is just good. The most brainless killer that you have to put zero effort into just to win games. I honestly despise playing against this little shit because of how low risk, high reward he is. He gets minions that follow the nearest survivor, which usually said survivor is on a gen, looking ready to lose health for just playing the game. The minions are really effective at zoning too, so in chase they're not bad at all. And then there's everything else in his kit, which you could just delete a survivor with if they were so unfortunate enough to encounter you. Literally insane combos. I feel like I'm playing a fucking fighting game. I fucking hate this killer so much. I'm so tired of playing against him. Please play a new kill. The buffs he got a while back honestly made him such a great character now. No survivor should be beating you in LMS because of this. You have zero reason just to not catch up to them. I really think he needs some more changes though, because some things in his kit can just be countered by something literally out of your control. For example, people can just outright ignore the glitch status effect by turning on photosensitivity, which I also have it on, but that's just because it actually fucks with my vision. And then there's entanglement, which is the easiest thing to get out of for controller and mobile players, because all they have to do is either mash or just tap the massive pop-ups for them. It's just so unfortunate, but still, he's pretty fun to play.
I am tired of this dream. Will it ever end?